That was a good clap. All right.
All right. That honestly, clap wasn't as good. But.
Action.
All right. Welcome to the podcast. I'm very excited. I'm so fucking happy you're doing it, dude.
Hey, buddies.
This rocks.
What's going on?
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
I'm honored.
You got to meet the bunnies.
I got to meet the bunnies for the first time.
It's been good. I can't believe that we've been friends for like years, and this is the first time you're in my apartment.
I know. It's so odd.
It's kind of criminal.
It
yeah.
is. I got to come over more.
It's good.
See the bunnies. See the
That's
gals.
criminal. You're keeping these bunnies away from everybody.
I know. It really
Yeah.
needs to be like a public good.
Yeah.
It does seem like there's a little barrier to come see. Like bunnies do seem like a little bit more of like, do I have to wear like special pants or like?
Yeah, you're like visiting your like ailing father. It's like Bubble Boy.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
It does
Gotta wear
feel
a
like another
hazmat suit.
journey. Yeah. Do I have to change any
Like-
part of my day afterwards?
Yeah.
I can cancel my night's plans.
Yeah.
I can't
I got to bail on the show. I touched a bunny
Yeah,
earlier.
I don't know. That's the thing is like I haven't
Yeah.
touched the bunny in so long that it was maybe like the first time I.
I don't think I've ever
should.
touched a bunny. That doesn't happen.
This might have been the first time I've been able to touch a bunny.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like having like a pet deer or
They're
something.
pretty fat. Yeah, that's really what it is.
Yeah, you can't get them in the wild. Are
No.
these rescued bunnies or how? What are these?
Yeah, well,
Oh,
Yoshi's rescued. Wilbur was being bred to be a show rabbit. Like they have like a
Where is that?
Wilbur.
In Wisconsin.
I'm looking at you differently now. You have show rabbit.
Why is there not a
qualities?
documentary about that world?
No, dude, that's what I'm saying.
What's
it's
the
like,
toxic like show rabbit family? you fat,
Yeah.
you fat whore.
What are they
You,
shamed-
you don't need any more pellets. You go out there, look pretty, get this family some fucking. But there's like a Jackson 5 thing. This dad.
you shake
beating
your little
5
ass.
buddies.
They're straightening their ears and crying.
Yeah.
Dude, that's literally they were giving him up because his ears were too long to compete. They were like, he's not up to snuff.
It's not up to snuff.
Like how they do like little
That's what they
Westminster
call
dog
it?
show, like you know what I mean, the breed where they'll like pinch the dog.
It's
and
kinda-
then
These people
become-
are so racist for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
Bunny.
If you care about the
bunny
size
race
of bunny
science,
ears,
like
yeah.
bunny skull size.
Yeah.
100%. They're holding up ears and comparing them.
Yeah,
That's
the
too much.
smaller ears. No, those are the ones. That's smarter.
You think
Ancient
you'd want bigger
civilization.
ears?
You can hear
Yeah,
more.
I was like, it's pretty fucking.
You can
cute.
hear them coming.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder what qualities they look like. Like a flatter snout, maybe. Wilbur does have a flat face. I guess bunnies, like Yoshi does too.
Yeah, they've kind of done some like pug shit.
They're
to
on
them
pug
where they're,
shit
like,
for sure.
Yeah.
One time when my mom was like, "You have to get the dog like vaccinated," then like I rescued a dog and then she was like, "It needs to get like its like flu shot," and I literally was like, "It's a dog." I was like anti-vax because I was like, "Let the
It's a
dogs
dog.
be
Have you
dogs."
seen dogs? Yeah, they
Yeah.
just they lick each other's ass. They say hi by smelling each other's asses.
Yeah, I was
They'll
like,
be
it's
fine.
good that she's exposed to germ. I became like the COVID denier people, but
Yeah.
with dogs,
So
I was
she
like,
needs
it
a
makes
strong
sense.
immune system, and if she doesn't make it, she wasn't meant to make it.
Yeah, I was like
Yeah,
herd
it's-
immunity. She's gonna be
Dogs,
fine.
yeah.
Dude, my aunt had dogs that were on Prozac,
Dude,
Whoa.
that happens all the time.
which also I kind of get it, dude, because I'm like, yeah, a dog living in a city. I'm like, you probably should have Prozac.
Totally.
That's funny. Also, like our lives are so unnatural. Any animal in them also has to be drugged.
yeah, we've ruined it.
yeah, they're like we're all miserable because we're not supposed to live like. And then any animal, we're like, oh, there's just something wrong with this animal. He doesn't like being caged 9 to 5, only existing in one room every day. So I just had to numb his brain out to the point where he also likes watching The Office with me and eating lean cuisine.
Do you have dogs that have anxiety, like in your, like growing up or anything?
We had a dog that we just like didn't train.
Yeah.
So I don't know. He was kind of fine, but we kind of let him be like. I don't think we really knew what we were doing, and so we never like he didn't know how to sit, he didn't know stay, he wasn't
Yeah,
on the leash. He kind of just went where he went, and we followed him.
That's kind of tough.
Free
That was my
range.
dog growing up too.
Yeah.
The dog kind of felt like she ran the house.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
like, why would I take orders from you? You guys are fucking idiots.
God, your dog is
my,
so cute.
my parents' dogs are like that, and they also are the dogs that like need like the Zoloft. Like they should.
They were anxious.
They are so angry. Like they make so much noise, and they're like always whining, and like need to be like.
Yeah.
They like are they're the service animals that need like service animals kind of.
Yeah.
My parents fly with them too, and like people have like stopped them.
Really?
Oh
Because
my
you can
God.
just get the whatever vest, the emotional support vest. You can just buy it online. So my mom just has gotten that for our dogs, but they're not trained at all.
Oh my God.
And so they've tried to travel with them, and they're like they act horribly and like are like barking and like squirming around.
Your
and,
mom
like,
has to pretend to have a seizure, so it seems like they're reacting to something.
Yeah,
real.
literally, yeah. She's got to roll her eyes back.
You'd
and
be
just
like, oh, they're alerting me.
yeah. But they've gotten called out, like flight attendant, like flight whatever desk people have been like, are these like actually trained service dogs? Because they don't seem like it. And my mom was like,
100%.
Oh my God.
yeah.
Just
And then they
blood.
haven't done it since.
Just like blood rushing down her nose as she falls down.
Totally.
Just trying to faint.
Would they still let them on the plane?
Yeah, they did that time. But then my parents were like, we can never do that again.
Oh my god.
And I was like, yeah, it's breaking the law. But I do it with Nelly all the time.
Do you really? You have
I've done
vests?
it like twice.
No
Dude,
way,
people
you have a vest?
do
Yeah.
the service animal thing.
Oh,
so
you
much.
can just buy it, guys, and you should. If your dog's
That's a
well
tip.
trained,
That's a life
Although
hack.
Nelly really is like, I would buy that she's a service
yeah,
dog.
she's very chill and like sedated normally, so she passed. But then people
That's
do
so
look at
funny.
you like they look at the dog and then they're like, they
They're-
look at you like with such
They're
sorrow.
trying to figure out what your disability is.
totally.
Wait, can you do that with any animal? Could I just bring like an iguana with a service animal thing on a Delta
I think there's a
flight?
pretty big gap between emotional support animal and service animal. I think only dogs can be service animals, actually.
Yeah.
I think it's
okay.
only dogs.
So I would love to have an iguana as an emotional support animal.
But
just
here's the thing,
walking around
they don't even
TSA.
check the difference.
Oh,
tell
you just have
on the
have
website, they do tell you emotional support and service are very different things, and then they let you buy both with the same credential. There's no credential difference.
Dude, I want to just have a capybara rolling in there.
Yeah,
Just
but that's
some
the
crazy-
Fox. Then you're on Fox News. Then you're the
Yeah.
people are like, can you fucking believe
you
this?
get-
And then you're the soft lib that needs a fucking exotic
Yes.
animal for your anxiety.
Totally.
Yeah.
Then you're igniting the Civil War.
Yeah.
They're bringing a peacock on Spirit Airlines.
The peacock was crazy.
Wait, someone
dude.
brought a peacock on Spirit Airlines?
Yeah, that was the big like emotional support animals have gone too far.
Totally.
Well, it's also like, what's a peacock doing?
Also, a peacock is the fanciest person that's ever been on Spirit Airlines.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah. What problem do you have that a peacock calms you down?
Yeah, just shows his feathers. You're like, that's pretty.
That's such a weird narcissism.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm worried there's nothing big and blue in the world.
I'm worried people underestimate my hidden beauty.
Yeah.
There was a girl I knew in high school who had pet peacocks. And they're loud as fuck.
Why does every town in the South just have a peacock? That's like such a common thing. Like every town, they'll be like, "That's
Really?"
Yeah. But okay, like Apex had a fucking. The local police would just be like, "The town peacock has been spotted," and then
Wait,
we
I
were out in the
remember
middle of nowhere. We were in King, North Carolina, doing a show. And they're like, "What's up here?" And they're like, "Earl, the town peacock."
Oh yeah.
And then they're like, "Well, does anyone like hit him or anything like that?"
Oh, yeah.
He's running around. They're like, "He's
it.
protected."
Yeah, Kenyon was doing crowd work, and they were like telling him about the town peacock in like a middle of nowhere town.
I feel like it's a straight guy way to like love something beautiful. You know? They're like, no, it's nature still.
yeah.
And they're the man, but they're like blue and purple. And
Yeah,
they're like
he
very
kills
flamboyant.
stuff. It's okay.
Yes.
You should see him fuck up some worms.
Yeah, they're drag queens.
I was saying it's the closest they get to drag
Yeah,
queens.
totally. They're literally turkeys doing drag.
Yeah.
I don't want a fucking peacock reading to my kid.
Totally. Yeah. They have to make it like the logo of the high school so they're not gay.
Yeah.
No, I love the football team. And the logo's cool too. That's why you put lipstick on?
Yeah.
We should start having mascots for like musical theater in high school and stuff too.
Totally.
You know what I mean? Give us like peacocks, swans.
For sure.
There's a lot of animals that are not being tapped into.
Yeah, because all the high school mascots are like aggressive, like sports mascots. You know,
bulldogs,
yeah,
yeah.
Panthers, all
Yeah.
that stuff.
Yeah.
You can have like a caterpillar mascot for like math Olympiads or something. Like do
Right.
a little.
Yeah. Get
But
like
you
a
gotta-
disabled guinea pig.
But that
Yeah.
defeats the purpose of donating to your high. They got to get the pride of the Peakton High School
Right,
guys,
right.
and
Yeah.
those guys need to be like, I was an eagle. You know?
Yeah, that's
God,
true.
for 4 years I was a fucking tiger.
yeah. And they can never take that away
used
from
to-
us.
I used to be
Class of
some-
'95, and he's
Yeah,
got his
dude.
ring.
Oh my! Would you ever go to a high school reunion?
No, never. in a
You
million
couldn't pay
years.
me.
No,
It's like, why
No
would I?
shot.
This
I'd be kind of
least
curious
favorite.
too.
Really?
No, I think I would do it.
you would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
you
great.
can. It's coming up probably.
But I don't think anyone's organizing it because it's like you forget. You assume that, like the high school is going to organize it, and then I talk to my parents, and they're like, "No, we had to get together 40
Yeah.
years later and be like, hey guys, want to have a reunion?" And it's like, I think because of social media, nobody's going to do a high school reunion.
Yeah, because everybody that I like, it's like I kept in contact with.
and even people that I am not close to, I'm like, I know what you're doing. I feel like the fun of a high school reunion is people go and they're like, "Oh my God, you got married! I had no idea."
Yeah,
and you
you're
see how much
so
people
right.
changed. And it's
Social
like,
media really did ruin. I'm like, I don't need to.
I
check.
get it.
Yo, why did I
Yeah.
see you
Yeah.
in person?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen you slowly fail over.
Over a decade, yeah.
Yeah, I've watched the time lapse of you sliding down the cliff of your life.
Yeah,
And-
I don't get just like a synopsis by you in person.
I don't get your narrative.
Totally.
yeah.
That's why they were great, is because people could just make up
Yeah.
whatever.
There was no play-by-play of your personal failure that
But now
everyone
you
could.
show up to the high school reunion, you already know everyone. You're like in a standoff where everyone already knows
Yeah.
the truth about everyone else.
Yeah.
Totally.
It is fun to have like tertiary characters of your life. And I'm probably a tertiary character of theirs too. But like people that you didn't really talk to in high school, but you like see them on social media and you're like, it's like a C plot of just like every 6 months I'll be like, oh, that's what happened.
Isn't it weird to see who from like growing up like has like what their beliefs have turned out to be and like who agrees with your kind of thoughts
I feel like it's
and,
like
who isn't, and
the amount, like the small town to like Trump or conservatism is huge pipeline.
That's
Where
shocking.
it's like people that you're like, oh, he was pretty cool, and then now it's just crazy memes.
Yeah.
It's like
Like
crazy.
random kids that ended up being anti-vaxxers that I was like, really? Like it's surprising.
Totally. And then the flip side too of people that are like will like your videos or be like love like this and you're like, oh, like I'm shocked by this actually.
Yeah, or people who came out to
know?
be really leftist, and I was like, huh.
Totally.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, the random people supporting comedy is always because you're like, you never even talked to me in high school.
Totally. Yeah. You,
Yeah, like,
you
you
thought I was gay.
bullied
Yeah,
me.
for
yeah,
having
yeah. You
feelings
would make
or
eye
like-
contact.
Yes,
Yeah,
totally.
you-
now you want to come to a show?
Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah, totally.
It's the name of my fucking Now You'll See tour.
Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah.
Now you'll see is fucking crazy. Like I think Kenyon's going on a tour where he shoots up schools all around the country.
They always doubted me.
Yeah. Oh my god.
That is how a lot of comedy promo reads, like a manifesto that would be taped like a gym locker room and someone would have to call the police. Like you see like I'll bleep this, but you see like a promo where he's like, they always doubted me.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
now
yeah.
I'm bigger and better than ever.
Yeah.
And they had no idea what was coming. And you'd be
Yeah.
like, I think we need to like call the authorities.
Yeah. The FBI. That's like a Unabomber line.
Yeah, the
Yeah, yeah.
final thoughts tour.
Yeah.
What the hell? Oh my god, that's crazy.
You didn't want to pay for a show, now you're all gonna fucking pay.
Oh my god, he's shooting up theaters now.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Oh my
That's
God.
so funny.
That's so. That vibe. It's like nobody cared. Nobody cared about like a dream in your head that you never shared with anybody.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like also nobody
Yeah.
should care.
No, nobody. It'd be weird if they did. You imagine someone crying? Like it's just you didn't get into that festival. Like what?
Yeah, when people in
Yeah.
comedy are like, they always doubted me. And it's like, yeah, you wanted to be a professional stand-up comedian.
Yeah, it's one of the
That's
silliest
insane.
things. I remember.
Statistically, they should doubt you.
Yeah.
for sure.
I remember like this guy in high school. We were just talking. He's like, "Yeah, so what are you gonna do again?" I'm like, "I think I'm gonna just." I've been doing comedy. I really like that. I'm going to pursue that. He's like, that's a horrible idea. And I just remember that was the
That
most
guy's your
straight-
only true friend.
Yeah, that was like
Yeah.
one of the most straightforward. He's like, that's a dog shit, stupid idea. And I was just like, I was like, no, man, it's all going to work out. And then you talk to someone who's fucking hilarious. I'm like, yeah, I applied to work at a coffee shop the other day. And you're like, oh, guy's spitting truth.
That guy was right from the start.
Yeah.
Where is he now?
I don't know where he is.
He's
I haven't seen
dead.
him. Probably dead. Probably OD'd.
He was so right. He had to
Yeah.
end it all.
Yeah, he was so
saw through the
bummed out
fabric
that-
of society.
Totally.
He was so bummed out that you were going to do that he killed himself.
Yeah. He just kept
He was
seeing
like,
the
take my energy. Use it for good luck.
Yeah.
You're going to need 2 souls if you're ever going to accomplish this.
Just donating it. Yeah.
If you could be an organ donor for your soul.
You're conscious. Yeah,
A
that's so
self-esteem
funny.
donor. Just
Every time you die, someone like at an ACT prep room like gets the right answer. They're like, "Oh, I think I get it now."
yeah.
Or like you can use the bad parts of yourself to punish someone. Be like, when I get in a car crash, my last words are like, "Give my body dysmorphia to Marjorie Taylor Greene."
You're your own voodoo doll.
Yeah. She like can't be shown on camera. She actually wears a fucking hijab now.
Kebab.
Kebab. I don't know what it is. She wears a kebab, whatever those people are.
Kebab is the perfect mess up.
Oh my
word.
God.
That's awesome.
That's like an AI generated like.
Yeah. Alternate reality
Yeah.
racial thing.
Yeah.
These
Yeah,
watch out for
these-
those hababs.
Those kebabs coming around here.
That's so funny.
Oh my god. It's also, I mean, we said we weren't gonna like take a side publicly, but I think we automatically should and be like, on this pod, we support the emu's right to exist and have a separate state against Australia. And if you don't know what we're talking about,
The Great Emu War.
The Great Emu War.
Oh, the Great Emu War. Are you aware of the Great Emu War?
No.
Dude.
Oh, shut the fuck up. Dude. Are you kidding me?
1932, a small fraction, a rebellion, the noble emu.
An emu, like the bird.
The bird, you're aware.
Paramount Plus stands with the emu.
Yeah. This noble bird There was
this is a
plentiful.
real thing.
This
by
is
the
a
way.
real
This
story.
is like maybe our favorite history tidbit of all time.
Yeah, so
Emus are what? Little.
they're like
furry
ostriches.
guys?
No,
Oh,
they're
yeah.
pretty big. They're
Oh,
scary. They're
okay,
like
yeah.
Is this the history fact from today?
this is a history fact.
Oh fuck yeah, dude.
Dude, so this
Fuck
is
yeah.
history fact.
yeah.
We have a section of the podcast where we just pull up something that we're like, it's not really, it's clearly, if anybody has any name, if you're on the Patreon and you want to give us a name, we would love to come up with a name for this segment, but it's just like, it's like a fun history fact or a weird, like we did one about this like cross-dressing squirrel in World War II, or we'll do them about, like just like weird shit that we
Sure,
find.
yeah, totally.
Yeah, but this one, oh, I'm so fucking excited. This is maybe my
it.
favorite
yeah.
one of all
So
time.
1932, trying times in Australia. The colonizers tried
Tense
to
time in the world.
tense time in the world.
Yeah.
There was a lot of cleansing going on.
Yeah.
And the noble emu was not free from this villainy. So basically, they were fucking. They're like these dinosaurs. They're fucking huge, and there was like thousands of them, and they would eat the crops and like fuck up farm animals, and like so Australia like literally declared a war. They had like armed militiamen go and try to shoot up these emus. Like their role was to like eradicate all of them.
It's like now with like the lantern flies. People are like, you should squish them whenever you
Yeah,
see
where they're
them.
like mobilizing children and like training them in school to like,
Yeah.
like in the Lantern Flies, there's like shit when like New York public schools, they're being like telling kids to like, if you see him, kill him.
Yeah.
I
But it's
think that's
crazy with
weird.
an
We should
animal
tell
though, 'cause-
kids to kill stuff.
Yeah, that is wild.
Yeah, but it's a bug that's an invasive species that I think would be pretty like devastating.
People
Okay.
do get a little. You see someone squish one though, and they're like their eyes kind of light up a little bit too much, and you're like, I think this is like a seed planted.
Yeah, I don't want someone to be like, "Well, I really like this."
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
that's like the
yeah.
Jeffrey Dahmer thing. The kid
Totally.
only liked killing
They're
stuff.
But-
arranging it in like the devil star.
Yeah,
or
yeah,
whatever,
yeah.
The
Pentagram
triangle.
of
Yeah,
fucking-
pentagram.
yeah.
Yeah.
Counterpoint, get it out on bugs. If people have,
Sure.
some, if you
no one
fi-
cares about bugs.
No one
if there's a
cares.
kid that has some weird like, oh, I don't want him torturing cats, just have him kill
Yeah.
the invasive species.
Yeah,
of
then
bugs.
he could become an exterminator.
Why
They're
don't-
like, it is a career. Why don't
Yeah.
we just make serial killers exterminators?
Why don't we care about? Is it? Do we don't? I think bugs we can kill because they don't have like meat, right? They don't like.
There is a little bit.
Yeah,
There's a little bit
There's
of-
like
Yeah.
cricket protein people eat, which is never going to catch on until
Oh my
they
God.
force us to. But
Museum
Museum
of Life and
the
Science.
feeding us that in FEMA camps. But
The Museum of Life and Science in North Carolina sold like chocolate.
yeah, I
covered
ate that. The
crickets.
lollipop with the cricket in it.
Wow.
Yeah, the insect day. I've
Right.
been. Yeah, and
But there's no vegetarian for bugs, right?
What do you?
There's
Yeah,
no,
there's
like,
a vegetarian probably wouldn't eat bugs.
wouldn't kill a bug. Maybe they wouldn't. You know.
No, but I don't. It's also the conscious thing. That's why sometimes you'll meet vegetarians that eat fish because they're like, fish are dumb. Like they
Yeah.
just. It's like whether or not they're sentient enough.
it's
to
that-
Depending
think.
on where I am in my week, depends on if I'll squish a bug in my house or like let it go. If
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
having
a
like
vegetarian except when I'm on my period.
yeah, 100%, totally. Some days I'm like fucking ew, gross, and
Yeah.
other days I'm like, oh, you
Except
deserve
for
life just as much as me.
Cockroaches can go straight
Anytime,
to hell.
yeah, fuck
Absolutely,
you.
right to
Yeah.
hell. But back to the point. So they massive troops. So imagine just well armed Australia Army goes against the emus.
And I'll say too, it wasn't just like they took up guns and were like, we got to kill these birds because they're like messing up our crops. It was legally filed as like a military operation.
Yeah, it was a declared war.
against the emu bird.
It was
Yeah.
an apartheid.
It was an apartheid straight up war, and then the first like round failed miserably. Like the emus all
The emus
scattered.
won?
They
Yeah, the emus
scattered.
won.
They scattered
Wars.
into the jungles, dude. Yeah, they're the Ewoks, my man.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, the Rebel Empire
How'd
won,
they
dude.
win?
Well,
That's
they
crazy.
they scattered around, so they couldn't. They literally didn't kill a
It's
single
Vietnam.
one.
They're building tunnels.
Yeah, they're
There's landmines.
they're guerrilla war emus, dude, with the red
Whoa.
bandana, fucking army crawling through the jungle.
We
They were
find it-
Hamas.
We find out that they have like dolphin intelligence where it's like, wow, emus are actually really smart. They just don't have thumbs, but they can
Yeah.
like win a war.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
So they were right to be scared of these fuckers.
Oh, well, I mean, giant bird that they failed killing, and then they all ran around the jungle. I think a few of them, like, pecked back and attacked some fucking...
Yeah, this is Jurassic
I mean,
Park.
imagine-
We should sell that as merch. Peck back.
Peck
Yeah.
back. Rise like the noble emu, dude. Revolution. It's like instead of the fist in the air, it's just a beak.
It's a three claw thing.
Three claws.
Three claws.
Three claws up, dude. And then so they came back. I can't even imagine the general having to be like, the emu stuff. Like, what are you talking about? Like, what are you saying, right? Like, you're kidding. He's like, we lost a lot of good men that
need
day.
more troops.
We do. Go for reinforcements.
This is like while World War II is building
Yeah,
up. and
yeah,
they're,
yeah.
They're like, we also have a draft. Like, for the war, like, yes.
Yeah.
They don't tell any of the guys.
Germany, right? 100%.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. And then they went back round two. Basically the same thing happened. They like snuck up on them. They were trying to find them at like a pond and just spray them all down. But emus are also fast as fuck. Like, they got big old legs. So they can run super fast. So as soon as they popped them up, they all just ran away again. And they killed like 3 of them.
Jeez.
Out of like this pack of like 1,000.
This is why we shouldn't respect that country at all.
No.
That's embarrassing.
And eventually they did. I mean, like, officially, like, the emus won. They just kind of, they gave up.
They declared a military loss.
Say what you want about America, but we finish out a species pretty good. Buffalo, we got
killed
them,
that.
you know?
That would not
Also, Australia, I'm like, weren't you a prison colony? Where's all that fucking toughness now, dude?
Yeah,
well, it's also a prison colony for mainly debtors. So just people that just pit. It's like if you owed Capital One now and they just sent you to like a prison colony.
Oh, that's right. That was like Britain's.
Yeah.
Britain sent their prisoners
It's
there?
not like, oh, it was robbing and it's like people that are like, fuck, I was behind on payment. You know what I mean?
I owe shillings to the crown.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, you live in Australia now.
Which is not, like, also, is that a punishment? They took you out of this barren, miserable island where there's no sun into like a tropical paradise. So there's like all these cool animals and oceans.
Yeah, but the birds are the issue. You go there, you go, this is nice, and then you get pecked to death.
Yeah, then you get pecked to death by an ostrich. They have no fucking idea. Kangaroos. They must have.
They got some weird shit down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is like weird, like alternate universe animals.
Yes, totally.
Because kangaroos, they can like kick through your stomach, right?
Oh yeah, I mean they
They'll fucking
will
box
stand
you?
up.
Yeah.
They have giant birds that they couldn't defeat, crocodiles that will eat you whole, and just these like weird mutant fucking foxes that stand up on their hind legs and punch you in the face.
Absolutely unchecked plays.
And you know it's the highest rate of skin cancer in the world
Really?
because it's mostly English descended people living in a tropical climate. So
That's
everyone there
hilarious.
is like allergic
Shit.
to the sun. Like they wear like super protective gear because like the sun, they're not supposed to.
So
live
everyone in Australia is just, every white person in Australia is just in the Hunger Games?
there. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's just like fighting animals and dodging behind trees and getting skin cancer and shit?
Yeah, I mean the English had the long game punishment. They're like, oh, you might have a good time right now.
Yeah, it's a coliseum.
Yeah, you're gonna die when you're 50 though. Like, it's I still can't believe that.
Do they hate the
Emos.
English? There's like a, I'm assuming probably Australians?
Yeah, 'cause
Probably.
as
I
like,
don't know.
Like any other colony where they're like, like were they celebrating the Queen's
Well,
death?
actually, there's
Yeah.
they were pretty big. I listened to Jim Jeffries' podcast a lot. He talks about his mom was super into the Crown and all that. Like they
Really?
would still go to Australia like towards the end.
Wow.
Yeah, so there was a lot of like Crown supporters and stuff like that, which is weird because you were literally kicked out of the country.
It's some weird allegiance to like, well, they were like super racist against the Aboriginal people too.
Yeah, no good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the emu struck a blow back to that fucking imperialist empire. Wouldn't it be great if they just see like a giant just bird flag up around the Capitol? Just a giant bird feeder goes up on top.
The emus are fighting colonialism more than like anyone else.
100%.
Yeah.
The emus are,
Not more than anyone else, but they're in the fight.
Yeah. I think the largest victory. You can still see emus. They're around.
They have casinos.
The emus.
God.
That's
Yeah. They're not anywhere. Emus didn't have to give up any land. They're good to go.
I want to see one so bad. I am just
Well,
picturing a
They
huge
are like,
ostrich.
I've seen an emu at the zoo. They're fucking scary, dude.
Yeah.
Like, if I had to fight an emu in hand-to-hand combat, I'm not confident in my choices. Because you realize humans, like...
Yeah, what do you think is the biggest animal? Sorry, we always get to animal facts, but
What's wrong with that? You got to have a
You know
weird
what?
passion.
That's an emu.
That's
they're-
crazy
I
looking.
mean, like, that guy, one peck in your face, you're kind of done.
He does look like an alcoholic towny peacock.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
Like a peacock that like
It's like a
hunched
rough
over and-
peacock that's done time.
I mean, bro.
I mean,
It's a
look,
little
that's
cute. Like
a
for
dinosaur,
second,
though. Yeah,
but it is
that's-
terrifying. Yeah, it is. It's straight up a dinosaur.
Wait, let me see.
It's weird that we had to do hand to hand with all these things to get to where we are now.
Yeah, because it's like, I don't think
Oh,
I'd
dude, they're
laugh.
big.
Or I guess we had Tool. He's just escorting him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's being-
Just the emo be
they're
taking him to the
fucking
prison
huge.
camp, dude.
That's insane.
Wow.
What do you think is the biggest animal you could defeat in hand-to-hand combat?
I have a really dumb opinion that I could take a police dog.
No,
Like
no,
a
you
canine.
can't.
I know I couldn't.
They're
I know I
literally
couldn't.
trained to kill people.
I do think that like if I got like a first kind of grip, I think I could be fine. But I know it's a bad.
You got one over on the dog.
It's just because I had a
You're
German
like, oh, if I
Shepherd.
cheated.
Yeah, growing
Well,
up,
also,
I had
are
a
we talking
German
about like
Shepherd.
you're able to kill the dog by the end of it?
No, I think I could like beat it though. Like I think I could like.
You think he's gonna tap out?
as I'm getting questioned on it, my opinion is
Well, what's your
breaking apart.
strategy?
My strategy is like the only reason I think this is because like my dog growing up would like we'd like wrestle with something or like a frisbee or something or whatever, or he'd like kind of play fight, and I could like get him like at a part like on his like on like the fat on his neck, and then he couldn't get me. So then I was like,
so you're gonna do the same thing you tried on your adorable dog
on
you
a
used to
and a
cuddle with.
slow-mo dog that's playing. I'm
Yeah.
gonna try that as like a full
On a
speed.
professionally
you.
That allows me.
That's
professionally
like the
trained.
logic that you have to have as a woman to not go insane, where you're like, well, I can like wrestle my boyfriend and he loves me, so I could probably wrestle like an angry evil man.
Yes,
too.
100%. I can tickle
Yeah.
my boyfriend back, so it
Yeah,
totally
yeah,
works.
yeah.
So probably like no one can get me.
Yeah, I'm like
Yeah.
safe out there at 3 in the morning.
Totally. But if I had like boots, I think I could take like a wolf or something.
Are you serious?
A little bit.
These get dumber every time.
Every time, but if it's running towards you, I think you could just kind of kick it. I will say when I got,
Have you seen a wolf?
I know.
Have you seen? They're notorious for they're hunting back.
When
I
I got
think
in
my
that,
biggest one is like a goldfish. Like I don't think I
Yeah.
think I'm fucked.
Maybe
what's your
it ain't-
realistic one? Bunny, squish.
Yeah, but it's like
No,
well, I
but
also
you
have to
gotta
look
go
at it.
like straight up predator in. I think I got stared down by a raccoon once.
Yeah.
And it was actually one of the most terrifying because it's the first time I've encountered an animal in the wild that wasn't like scared of me.
Totally.
Like they're normally like, oh fuck, but like I was
He
looking.
squared up.
He did like literally. I was looking for my uncle's cat. Was banging this
He did
tuna
this.
thing, and I saw this like furry thing come out of the bushes. I'm like, oh, this is my uncle's cat. Biggest fucking raccoon, like the size of your dog.
Yeah.
Well, like not really, but like half of that.
That'd be crazy.
That's that. I'm like that's
What?
a world.
You
That
like
would be
a
insane.
dog.
No, that was a big exaggeration. No,
50 pounds.
Yeah, 50
That
pounds.
was not a raccoon.
Yeah. I saw a raccoon. Like I just saw a bear. Saw a black bear. Yeah, I just don't know what raccoons are. Like raccoons are terrifying. They murdered my uncle. Threw him across the room. Then a canary came and picked it up. I think that's what eagles are. Like,
These pigeons are getting out of
yeah,
hand.
yeah, really. But the raccoon just straight up stared me down, like made eye contact with me. He was like, it was like a fucking like squaring me up, like old Wild West style.
Wow.
And I ran inside because I think he was like, "I'll kill you for that thing."
It's weird. Animals usually don't do that because they kind of know we're like bad.
They
or
know
we're
they're no
evil.
good. They're like, "Hey, they're part of that giant wheel thing that kills all my friends."
They do. They must
Yeah.
talk and be like human. I know they don't look like a lot, but they're
They're
They're crazy.
They're sneaking up on. you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we must
They're
have,
having
like-
the same conversation we're having. Like, we could kill those fucking things.
Totally.
Something puts the food in the cans. You could take those soft little guys.
Totally.
And then they're like, I don't know. They have wizardry.
we
or
do have
something.
wizard. Yeah, a gun to them is like, whoa,
Whoa.
that's crazy.
They're like, you fucking cheater.
Yeah.
Even every
Yeah.
time a deer sees a car, they're like, "What the fuck?"
yeah, yeah, totally.
They're so
It's
speechless.
just
They
a
die.
UFO every time. How terrifying.
Yeah.
And then you're just like, oh my god. like half of your species, it just ends with awe, wonder, and terror.
And they still haven't figured it out.
They're like, what is happening? And then the survivors too. They're like, saw two bright lights, and then
Yeah, they do have
they
the elders in their community are the
Yeah.
ones that have seen it.
yeah,
They're
yeah,
Bright
having
lights.
hearings in Congress right now where they're dragging in like us.
yeah.
Yeah.
And they're dragging it up and be like, "We found fucking non-deer biological."
Yeah,
We found a farmer. Yeah, he's the alien spacecraft guy. It's cake. It's not real.
It's a sheep too that's like, "He fucked me in the ass. I was probed." Is that what? Wait, is that what we are to aliens? Is we're like the farm animals that like they're not trying to contact us. It's some creepy guy
Yeah, it's
sneaking
just
off
trying
and
to
being
fuck
like
'em in the ass.
committing bestiality.
Yeah,
basically.
yeah.
Totally.
100%. Where they're like, why do you keep going to Earth in these log records? You're like, just studying.
Because why is
Doing a lot of studying.
anal rape always part of it?
Yeah, that's always-
Everyone's like, I saw an
I
alien,
got probed.
and then also they fucked me in the ass.
Or
Or that's
it
just
could-
how much farmers don't want to be gay.
Yeah.
They're like, it was an alien.
Alien. It's the only way to explain why their asshole's bleeding to
Jesus
their wife.
isn't real. There's
Yeah,
aliens.
there's aliens.
Oh my god.
I was
that's
probed.
so funny.
I was going. I saw a bar with playing really cool music, and then these bright lights came on, and next thing you know, aliens.
Bright lights. That was a Ford F-150.
yeah,
yeah,
dude.
No,
yeah.
you just went into the city.
Yeah, a skinny, slender guy in bright lights that fucks you in the ass.
Yeah.
You got topped by a twink.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
happened.
It was a Tic Tac shaped future. No, it was a Prius. A Prius drove you to his house.
Yeah,
And
and
you guys
a
had
bald,
name tag.
small, hairless man. Beings. They all wore the same outfit. They think denim is just a space out, new world space outfit. Oh my god.
That's so funny.
Like anal beads are in Area 51 somewhere.
Area 51 is a gay club where all the senators can go and fuck each other, and they're like, no one's allowed in here.
Super top secret. There's aliens and stuff.
It's in the desert. It's Burning Man.
It's literally Burning Man. That's so funny.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Dude, I think we figured it out.
That's why Mitch McConnell was fucking going blank, because the vibrator that was in his ass that was being remote controlled.
yeah.
By the cam guy, the guy that is paying him the most.
He's like,
He just got tipped $50 during his speech.
Yeah.
That's how you stop racist, closeted gay senators, is you put a vibrator in their ass, and every time they're about to say something fucked up, you just... And he's like, I love everybody.
They can't finish their sentence on banning drag shows.
Yeah. And he's like, equality for all. Just...
That's so funny.
Good.
It's like Pavlov's dog training them every time they say something anti-gay to get them hard, so until they're like not homophobic anymore.
That might be the way to do
them
it.
Drooling from fucking up. Holy shit.
We do need something we need like a shock collar around every politician's cock in this country. And every time they do something no good, just shock right there.
Yeah, it is. How do you train them for the reverse? I don't know. What's their little treat that they could like? Probably butt stuff, but they don't. You have to get it up there first.
It seems like we could pay somebody off.
Right.
Get him in there.
Just to get Ted Cruz on a webcam.
Yeah. Did you see there was like one time he just straight up was liking porn on his Twitter?
Dude, that was so
Oh,
funny.
yeah, he didn't know?
Yeah, he just like didn't understand that you could see that.
I love when people do that shit.
It's so hilarious.
Yeah,
It's
they
so
have no
funny.
idea. What was he liking? It was like weird shit, too.
It's always weird
Was
shit.
it like mommy shit?
Probably.
No way.
Was it? I don't
can't
remember what
let
it was.
we let these guys get away with these like embarrassing
Oh, I have a really insane one about Lindsey Graham, but I might save it for the Patreon because it's pretty gross.
Okay.
But yeah.
Well, dude, we're at a half hour, so should
Yeah.
we go over to Patreon
We
now?
should go on to Patreon.
Hell yeah, we'll see you
Yeah.
over there. Oh, what do you want to plug for our 500 YouTube subscribers?
Folks, I'm on Instagram at Emil Wakim, first and last name. That's it.
Emil's
Pretty much it.
one of the funniest fucking comics
Fucking
around.
hysterical.
Oh,
If
my
you don't
God.
already know him, you
Emil.
obviously will.
Get
See
out.
his clips.
go
Buy his
see him on the
tickets,
road.
Go see
Yeah.
the fucking man.
And come on the Patreon.
Come on the page.
Don't end here. Get on the
Yeah,
fucking Patreon.
See where the adventure goes. We're just getting started.
We're gonna say crazy
Engines revving up. Yeah. Fucking leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcast. And
Yeah,
have a
subscribe to
great
the
day.
YouTube channel if you can. And you can. So there you go.
Yeah.
I don't know
that.
what would possibly be standing in your way. No, but thanks for tuning in. We'll see you on the Patreon.
See you on Patreon.